So welcome to episode 19 of a Jez and Friends podcast. Today's special guest of the podcast is Mufaro. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty excited. I've been waiting to jump on this and seeing you on Instagram. So, yeah, pretty happy you got the invitation to come on.
Yeah, no worries, mate. We're going to be covering many topics, including working at the Huddle. That's where Mufaro works. North Melbourne Football Club, because big fan of North. Career aspirations and how we come to know each other, and also some funny stories. Now let's get started. So, Mufaro, what are your thoughts on the lockdown? Because you said earlier, a bit sick of it now.
Yeah, at first I was fine with it, but now I'm getting a little bit over it. Just a sense like I like to go out and a bit more active, like play basketball, kick the footy, gym. So yeah, it's been sort of missing that when the sun's out and about, when you see the sun and good weather. So, but we're almost there. I can see the good news. The cases are dropping down, so hopefully we'll be back outside again.
Yeah, for sure, mate. There's a new segment called Hypotheticals. So, Mufaro, what would you say to your younger self, like a message or something?
Well, it's a very good one. Maybe just try a little bit harder and don't shy away from it. Because when I was a bit younger, I used to be a little shy. So I used to do a lot of activity sports and all that stuff. Yeah, I used to just sort of back up a little bit my potential. So I can go back to myself and say, push yourself a little bit harder. Don't be afraid. It'll be all good. So yeah, that's one thing I'll tell myself a bit.
Yeah, fair enough. Talk us through the music you listen to. I'm not sure what you listen to, but do you have a favorite song right now, or artist, or anything, mate?
Oh, see, I'm pretty alternative. I love all my, obviously, rap, hip hop. I love my house music as well. So if it's any, yeah, that's very hard. You actually got me on the spot with my favorite song at the moment. I'm going to go on my phone, actually. I'll see what's my top song at the moment. I've been listening to Mac Miller's old music, so that's been sort of my on my shuffle during the day. So Mac Miller at the moment, I reckon.
Yeah, cool. So tell us about working at the Huddle, because I met you through there, and what's it like working there, mate?
Yeah, so a little bit, 2014, I think, was my first year at the club. So yeah, it would have been that we've gone up to through our schools, free programs, and obviously our after school Monday programs. That's where we sort of got a good connection from there. And then obviously dad and little brother. So yeah, so it's pretty cool seeing how you're going now and seeing how you're killing it at the moment. So yeah, very proud to see how far you came.
Yeah, cheers, mate. And what's it like working at the Huddle? Like, are you connected with the players a lot? And yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome working the huddle. So my job, I'm the development officer, so I get to go out to all the schools, engage with players to do play appearance, game day. So it's a lot of engage with the players and school connections. So yeah, we do get to engage with a lot of players, and some of them I call from my good mates. Obviously, Marley Williams, we used to play footy together back in WA, and team get drafted at North. It was pretty awesome, and obviously Madge, Kyron, Taran as well from the Next Gen Academy. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see that, and yeah, everyone, all the players there are unbelievable. So good friendship we got there, a connection.
Yeah, because I always see them chucking, tagging you on Instagram and all that.
Yeah, there's some embarrassing photos up there, so tell them to give them a clip around the ear sometimes.
Yeah. You're studying right now, and what are your aspirations like after you finish that uni degree? And talk us about that.
Yeah, so last year took the courage to do uni. So I'm in my second year at the moment. So I'm doing a Bachelor of Education studies. Through there, I sort of have, I want to either become a PE teacher or become a mentor. So yeah, so something along, might not just be in football, might be as well. No, sorry, not just in school, but I want to sort of work in football in the area. Like, have you had Sports Ready?
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, so something like that. So guiding students from year 11 to 12 who might not want to go to uni straight away. And then I sort of put them in the right pathways to, job careers. And then, you sort of do a bit of uni studies. But, that's sort of my goal. I'd love to be able to go to schools around Melbourne and just sort of guide year 11 to 12s into careers and not going straight to uni. So, cause I feel like a lot of people do that. They're not ready. They don't want to know what they're going to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Year 11 to 12. So, it took me, maybe 8 years after high school to figure out what I wanted to do. So, that's what I want to do. So I tell them, take your time. It's not gonna be the end of the world if you don't choose straight away. So that's my goal when I finish uni and get into that career pathway and helping other people, younger people, get into careers.
Yeah, that's really good, mate. Because I had a special guest last week, Isabella, who is second year at uni studying sports media, but she went to Cedar College, and she said how the different uni pathways, you don't just have to do VC and all that. And you're saying some similar stuff here. Yeah,
and that's, you'll be coming up soon to in the year 2 when you got to make those decisions. And you probably don't know what you want to do just yet, but football, you want to do something in that area. But that's sort of what hopefully I'll be able to guide you to the right way. Like you need. So I can get you into the AFL media and you can start your career there. But like I said,
So the quote of a podcast is push yourself because no one is going to do it for you. What is a quote of something you live by?
Quote to live by. I sort of just like to say, run your own race, because you're only a person, you're yourself. So if you're running a race, you got to push yourself to the limit and not jump into someone else's lane. So, when you literally used to jump into someone else's lane, you get in trouble or disqualified. But if you just run your own race, that's your own goal. So that's sort of what I look to every day. So wake up and just make sure that I'm focused on what I'm doing and making people around myself happy as well. So
yeah, it's great.
What's your quote that you were saying before?
Push yourself because no one is going to do it for you. Like challenging yourself, trying new things, because you need to do that in life, not just stay in that one lane or something.
Yeah, that's really good for someone your age saying that. So that's a very key quotes that people your age and other around even my age as well should be having that quote. It's very cool to hear that.
Yeah, cheers, mate. So social media minute, Mufaro, create a hashtag. It could be anything.
I just put my name before I am. I saw people put my name and then I just pop on my page. What's your hashtag?
Hashtag Jez and Friends, because Jez and Friends for podcast. Yeah.
That's it. I like that.
Cheers, mate. So talk us through the background you come from and your culture, mate, like the food and stuff.
Yeah. So my heritage is in Zimbabwe, but I was born in Melbourne. So my mum and dad were born over there. My older sister Japua was born in Zimbabwe as well, and then my middle sister Claire and myself were born in Australia. We moved a lot. So I was obviously born in Melbourne, lived in Tasmania, lived in Brisbane, and then lived in WA in Albany, then back to Brisbane, then back to Melbourne after high school. So moved a lot around, which is pretty cool. So we speak Shona. So that's sort of a mix of Shona, the native language, and English as well. So a bit of mix. And I don't really speak it, but mum and dad speak, so they have a bit of both in there. Our native food is sort of it's called sadza. So it's just like a yellow sort of soft paste. We're sort of between pasta and mashed potato, so it's nice little thickness, and then some meat and veggies. So pretty simple and easy, but very delicious.
Yeah, it's great, mate, because my mate Tino is from Zimbabwe as well, and he told me he speaks a bit of Shona and all that, and it's interesting to get your take on Zimbabwe and the culture as well.
I wish when I was little, I asked mum and dad to teach us a bit more, but I think English is sort of the one we sort of have to practice on a bit. So when I meet someone in Zimbabwe, they always get me when they start speaking Sean. I'm like, oh, sorry, I don't know how to speak it.
But you know, there's
So
simple greetings and stuff, yeah? Like, hi, hello, or
no,
whatever.
no, I don't even know that. So that's what I know. So I'll get in trouble when someone who's from Zimbabwe and asks me, just shake their head at me.
Oh, fair enough. For me, my language was taught to me when I was younger, so I can still kind of speak it, which is good.
Yeah. Do you still speak it at home much with your folks, little brother, or more bit of both
Uh,
English?
my brother speaks a fair bit of English, but I do speak a bit of Hakka with my parents, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. I
Especially
think
like
they
with
love
their
that.
elders, yeah, they'd love that as well.
Yeah. It's always good to keep that tradition in the family as well and pass it down to generation to generation. So
Yeah, it'll be a bit hard maybe, I don't know, in the next 10, 20 years. Might like
yeah,
phase
true.
out, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, mate. Interesting question here. What's the last movie or TV show you've watched?
I just finished the Umbrella, no, Academy Umbrella, I think it's called. So that was pretty cool. I didn't know what to expect from it. So it's like these superheroes, average superheroes that were born on the same day, and then they're in like an academy. But just like, yeah, it's not your traditional superhero movie. So it's like sort of quirky, funny. Yeah, so definitely check that on Netflix. Latest movie I've seen before lockdown, it actually was The Gentleman. Have you heard that movie?
No. Oh, I actually might have.
No.
Who's it by or like the actors?
It has like Bradley Cooper,
For DiCaprio, wasn't
Colin.
it? Was he in?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I
yeah.
think so, yeah.
I believe that it's like a cool storyline. It's like there's a movie that starts with one story and then someone else is talking and it brings to that type of story and it goes back and it's just like all connects to different characters. Yeah, so I highly recommend that movie. So
Yeah, bro. So it's kind of
how about
like
you? What's one you've
non-linear,
seen?
yeah? The,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
non Yeah, for
So
me,
great.
in terms of movies, sorry to cut you off there, but I
Yeah.
haven't been watching too many movies lately. Just a few more documentaries here and there. Like I've checked out the Aussie cricket team test thingo. That was pretty
Oh yeah.
interesting
Do you
because
rate
they
that one?
came back. Yeah, well, it was pretty good. Yeah.
It was a pretty cool storyline to come back. Like when you see how like obviously the cheating scandal, and then have like Michael Clark come back and like got like 100, 200, and the
Yeah,
crowd like
something like
giving to
that.
him. But he was thriving off it, wasn't he?
I think it was Steve Smith actually.
Yeah, seriously. Got replaced. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that was awesome. Anything else? What about documentaries? What have you been into?
Uh, I got recommended the Oasis documentary by Gar Walker. He said because those two, you know who they are, yeah, the Oasis
No,
band.
the band, yeah, band, yeah.
Yeah, the one that like sung Wonderwall and all that. Yep. So,
Got to give us a little bit of a. I forgot how it goes.
uh no, I'm not doing it.
I
Yeah,
almost got you. I almost got you.
it's basically like how those two brothers didn't give a shit like in the 90s and they basically did it their own way, which is yeah, good to learn more about, I don't know, different
Yeah,
perspectives about an individual or something. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I'll have to chuck that on. Is that Netflix or Stan or?
Stan, I think, yeah.
Oh, beautiful. I'll have a look at that for sure.
Yeah. So, mate, what's your number one goal at the moment?
Um, well, uh, for this year, to pass my second year of uni. So, if I can get up to 200 points or 190, I'll be very happy with myself. So, we've got another two more subjects to go until I'm finished the year. Yes, that's my goal to get that score. So if I get up to 200, I'll be very happy with myself. How about yourself? What's your goal for the year?
I don't know, to stay motivated and basically get through year 10 and I don't know, year 11 and 12 will be a different story, but you know, the past few months have been tough with the lockdown, so it'll be different being
Yeah,
back at school because you haven't been there for so long, so probably just get through that, I'd say.
yeah, definitely. Because you guys are back next term, aren't you? Term 4, or that you?
Yeah, I think
Well,
VCE, yeah, coming back next Monday. October 5th. So
Yeah,
I've got one VC class, so I'll be back like one period or something. Be interesting.
that'd be good just to socialise with all your mates again, wouldn't it? So
Yeah, for sure. Because been a while since like the face to face and all that. Yeah.
yeah, so I'll be very excited if I was you guys to jump back in Monday.
Yeah. Are you still doing that Monday program thingy? Like when it comes to
Uh, no, we've been doing it online at the moment.
oh yeah.
Just which has still been good fun. So we got one this afternoon. Yeah, it's just it's very different being on behind the cameras and doing activities. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to be going back out into the field again soon.
Yeah, true. Because the other day before I forgot to tell you this, but I think it was last Friday or something. I did the True North program, and
Oh yeah,
Kynan and Hersey they both ran it. So yeah,
yeah. How's that? Good fun.
yeah, that was good fun, and I got to meet the new media person from the Huddle. Her name's Lily, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Lily. Yeah, she's awesome. The whole crew we've got now, like it's like a young crew, so it's pretty cool to how we engage with you guys. So how was that? Like on the Friday?
Yeah, it was really good. Because we learned how to build some new leadership skills and meet new people, which is good. And
Yeah.
I want a Culture Kings voucher, but Kynan
Hey.
still owes me that. He hasn't emailed me yet.
I'll be on the phone from straight away after this
uh,
call. I'll let him know. Let him know.
Nah, it's good, mate. Good fun. Being involved with the Huddle again because obviously I haven't taken part in a few other programs in a few years because yeah,
Yeah,
I've been focusing on high school and all that. But yeah, it's good.
yeah, definitely. That's why it's cool now because obviously with Emma, and you know the two Emmas.
Yeah, but they used
So,
to teach me. Funny story, both of
so
them. Yeah,
that's pretty crazy to have them now teaching again, pretty much, but in a sports sort of form.
yeah, for sure. Like, can't believe they're both teaching me again. Well, like in
Yeah.
sports particularly now. Yeah,
So yeah, they've been awesome. So that's what it's good to have see you and the rest of the crew again. Because now we're trying to get into high school and make it more fun and engaging, so you guys don't miss out. So we do fun programs a lot, and hopefully we get more numbers and yeah, keep going with that.
yeah, it's good, mate. And this is like the best bit about the podcast, I reckon. This question here. So, Mufaro, do you have any campfire stories or any funny stories from, I don't know, working at the Huddle, your high school days, just whatever that is really funny and you remember it fondly?
That's a very good one. I remember I went to a school one time. All the little kids were just like, so I had tattoos on my legs, and then they kept on saying, "You're black. You shouldn't have tattoos on your skin." So they were in like grade 3 or grade 2, I think. But it was just funny, we all had a good laugh. But it was just funny saying, "You shouldn't have tattoos. You've got dark skin. You can't see it." So, but yeah, she had no idea what she meant. She didn't mean it by any means. So it was just
Yeah.
funny seeing them. I thought, anyway, we're gonna have tattoos. And okay, I didn't know that.
Was that at my school
Yeah,
or, oh, I think,
I think it
nah,
was a school in Werribee. I can't remember what school it was, but
yeah,
it was a school in Werribee. So that's one of the funny things I had a good giggle about. Yeah. Sometimes when we go to the schools with the players, like we'll play, dodgeball footy. So,
yeah.
yeah, sometimes you see some of the players hit the kids in the head and they sort of like shit themselves. They don't know what to do. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And the kids are just crying. And the teachers there just sort of taking a laugh and like, don't worry, it's fine. It happens all the time. So funny when you see a player sort of, give them a spot, which is pretty funny to see.
Yeah, for sure. I have a funny
Yeah.
story just to tell quickly.
Yeah.
With year 10s this year, we had to like run this dodgeball tournament for like year 7s, and I don't know. I'm really bad at dodgeball in terms of like throwing. Like I can't generate much power, but this instant, I threw the ball, got this year 7 out, and I somehow fractured their wrist or something in the process of throwing the ball. Next day, I saw
Oh, you
that kid in
did.
like mentoring or something. I felt so bad. He's like,
Oh,
oh,
you would have been sneaky happy you got to take the day off, surely.
yeah, that kid would have been kind of happy that got to take a day off or something.
Oh, fractured arm. Gee whiz, that's dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, from a dodgeball. I don't know how that happens, but yeah, interesting.
Interesting. I bet you two are best friends now.
Barely know the kid before.
Going over, but you almost broke your arm, but you're still
Oh,
doing that.
yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
So what's the next movement for school wise like for year tens? Have they spoke much about to you guys yet, or are you going to be knowing that when you go to school in
Oh, for
December?
like in terms of year 10, like transition into year 11.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I've picked my subjects for next year. Just haven't confirmed it yet because we don't know the I don't know like spacings for next year and all that. But I sort of have a overview of what I want to do next year and all that. So that's good. And
yeah.
yeah, see where that takes me, I guess.
All right, beautiful. Well, you're on the right pathway, man. So you just got to keep going at it. And what are you thinking of doing after year 12?
For me, mate, probably like media and all that, because me and you have that history like when you first started at the Huddle. Because yeah, we'll
Yeah,
speak about this quickly, but I was on an ad with like Bruce McAvaney, all that stuff, and
yeah,
you were pretty happy. Yeah, you got a part of that because I remember you took me to most of it those stuff and like we got to meet Gil and all that, and yeah, it was pretty fun. But for me, media, mate, like AFL, like sports media.
yeah. Well, you're on the right pathway. You already met all like the OGs of the commentary and media. So yeah, if you keep sticking at it, and you never know, you could do like intern at the fast, and the time you finish your 12, like there's gonna be so many different media things, and like you notice like all those people, like sports stars doing podcasts. People
Yeah,
love
like
to sit at home and listen to
Bill
podcasts.
Buckley and all
So
that.
yeah, Mitch Robertson as well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool format you're doing, man. So keep at it and keep going at it, man. So you never know, you might have to do like a team up with Bill Buckley or something.
Yeah, yeah. I need to give him a buzz or something because he hasn't
Yeah, I
seen it yet.
know.
If he sees it, he'll be like, "Oh, it might be pretty cool." Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. So well, I'll have to see whether he's a magic. I'll have to call Dill, I reckon, since we already know your boys with Dill and Bruce.
Yeah, for sure, mate. We'll move on now from my past antics, but true or false, Mufaro, you've done an ACL before.
True. Did my ACL, MCL, PCL, fractured a bone in my knee. So no more footy for me. So I love it, but I think I might have to stick to coaching or just sort of mentoring on the side instead of
So how
playing.
did you do your ACL again? Was it like wrong like turn or something or?
Yeah, so I went to take a mark, and then someone just pushed me in the back, and then obviously when I was landing, obviously getting pushed in the back, I put all my pressure on my knee. So my knee went that way, and my whole body went that way, and then just went back it's that way. So I sort of quickly snapped and went back in. So I was lucky I didn't actually do more damage. The doctor said when I had the surgery. So yeah, that was the last ever time I was on a footy field on a footy Guernsey. So now I'm just around this when I go on the footy field kicking ball or doing something training.
Yeah, fair enough. And what was recovery like? Because people who've never suffered like major injuries, what's that kind of like?
It was pretty. The first 3-4 months were okay because you it's sort of new to you. You're like, oh yeah, the ACL, like you'll be fine. It doesn't take that long. But yeah, like you hear the stories how people like it's so draining and mentally draining, physical draining, because you got to be on top of it. Like I took a month off work, which was alright. But then when you take your crutches off, you got to start learning how to walk, learn how to bend your knee, learn how to run, learn how to ride a bike again. Um, yeah, so many things. Like I was doing rehab maybe twice a day, and it was only like 30 minutes where it's just like your simple tensing your butt cheeks just to get the muscle and
Oh
hamstring
wow.
going. And yeah, it's little things like that. Like you don't really know too much about the first couple of months. So yeah, I was doing that like lunchtime at work, and then in the afternoon I'll stay back after work and sit in the gym do that. And then I think when it got to the 6 months, you see some like progress where you actually take the leg brace off, no crutches, you're walking slowly, but you're bend your knee a bit better. Yeah, but I think when you get to 12 month mark, it's sort of like, okay, cool, I can start running, get a bit of confidence in jumping. But then obviously you get a bit of setbacks. So I think mine took maybe a good, maybe, yeah, nearly 2 years or 1 year and a half just to get right. Even to this day, I still get a bit of knee pains like in the mornings when it's a bit cold. But I think that's just my old age coming towards me. So yeah, it is painful, but yeah, it gets there. It gets there.
Yeah,
Have you
for
had any
sure.
serious injuries yourself?
Oh, last year, this footy story, I'll tell you this. So I tackled this guy in footy. It was a good tackle, like a solid one. He got
Yeah.
pissed at me, and I remember I kicked the ball like, and then the ball like traveled 30 meters, let's say, yeah. And then off the ball,
Yeah.
this guy just kicks me right in the hip, like
Oh
off the ball.
no.
It was so bad, like I couldn't get up, and I had to like get helped off, like carried off, kind of. Yeah, that was pretty shit, and I couldn't play like for a few weeks. But and this funny
Sure, the
story,
boys have been
bro.
pretty good.
We took this kid to a tribunal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically my injury was kind of minor, but I still missed a few weeks. So there's a bunch of old like league um umpires running the tribunal, so it's kind of boring and all that. And we were there like
Yeah.
at the Western Bulldogs club rooms, like the umpire rooms, so till 12 a.m. We started at like 7 p.m. Oh, mate,
Damn.
it was so bad, honestly. And the guy got 0 weeks,
Gosh.
so I kind of wasted my time there. But that was my serious
Geez, that's
injury.
so annoying. Well, karma, they always say, when someone gets like that, they'll get back their injury. Something will
Yeah,
happen to
for
them.
sure. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I get a bad injury because yeah, I had to be on the sidelines for a few weeks, which wasn't good. Yeah,
Back into it now, though, which is good.
yeah. I've been trying to run lately, keep fit. You know the app Strava. Been trying to grind on
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where you been running? Going back to the Flemington Colt? Or
Just
you been
around
running
Debney
all over?
Park. Royal Park's a good area. Have you been there? Like near the
Yeah.
zoo? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really good.
So I'm doing the same area on my Strava as well. So I ride a bike from Brunswick to North. I go around Princess Park. So not Princess Park, Princess Park. So it's a nice little area going around there.
Yeah, might have to add you on that. See, track your progress.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a bit slow lately, so don't judge me.
Fair enough. Fears are like snakes and spiders. What would your fears be, mate?
Oh, snakes as well. I can't deal with it. Even just like when you see it on TV or on your phone, I just drop my phone or turn the TV off. I'm petrified of snakes. Like if I saw one in life, I would run to the other side of the world. That's how much I hate them.
Yeah, we had
I
to
can't
touch
deal with
one
them.
for camp. That wasn't the best. They forced you to like
Oh
touch
no,
it. Like, oh
no chance for me. No chance I'll do that.
fair enough. Do you have an object that holds sentimental value that like means a lot to you?
Uh, I went to a hobby probably last year. I've been taking photos. So I got a camera. So I got a Sony A6000. So it's just a nice little camera to take around, taking photos with mates, and I love going to the city as well, taking photos. It's one of my favorite things doing. And I got a brand new camera as well, so it's like a little retro 3D. So it's just like a cool photo where we can take something, take 3 photos of one image, and then it edits it. Go on your phone, you can edit it up so it looks like it's moving. So you might see my Instagram where it's just like me standing and things are moving around me. So that's something really I like to keep close to myself. And everywhere I go, I sort of take one of those cameras with me just if I see something cool to take a photo of.
Yeah, it's really
How
good,
about
mate.
yourself?
Myself, let's say my premiership medal, which is just up here. Let me just show you real quick. Yeah, because I've won
What
a
year was that one?
premiership. That was 2016, so 4 years ago. Because it was pretty
Yeah, you made
special.
finals to 16, didn't you? And then 16, you guys made it again.
Yeah, so 16 and 18, those were the 2 times we made
18.
finals. And 18 was the one I think I tried to invite you, but you couldn't make it. But we still got thumped anyway, I think, by a few clubs. Yeah.
Well, at least you got the medal now to prove that when you made it, you done it. So that's very
Yeah,
cool to see.
I've won more premierships than some of the North players.
That is very true. You have. You have.
And just quickly speaking about North, what's your opinion on like the 11D listing thing? Because you're associated with North as well. And,
Yeah, I was pretty taken back when I saw the email that we got. Because a few of my friends text me saying, "Bro, did you see what happened?" I was like, "Yeah, no, I couldn't believe it." So yeah, to say 11 players and then a few players getting traded, I think. So maybe Higgins might be going.
Ben Brown.
Ben Brown, obviously.
Yeah. Polak
maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, to have like 13, 13 to 14 players gone from North Melbourne is it's a bit weird. So it's gonna be a bit different. It's gonna be very different the club. It might be they might be going the right direction. Who knows? Yeah, I think North needed to rebuild and start fresh again. I think they have to start fresh and start getting young players in. And you never know. In the next 4 years' time, it could really work out really well for them, like Brisbane Lions did a couple of years ago. Just recruit young, good players and get them playing on the field. And then, when they start maturing, the team starts to mature. So,
who
tough
knows?
process, I guess.
Mate, Mufaro, 4 years' time, the 2024 grand final, we might be sitting there bloody so happy that day because you never know North.
If they did that, you and I will be celebrating with tears. I reckon it'll be that good to see.
Yeah, because it's been far too long, I'd say. 20
years. We're very close in that 2014, 15. No, 2014, 15.
14, 15, yeah. It's pretty heartbreaking, I remember, yeah.
And I remember we went to Perth to watch Eagles, to watch that game.
Did you go there?
We were all training up. Yeah, we went that day. So, we were saying we might win this game. We might win it. It was so close, but then again,
we just fell away.
Back. Yeah. We can't join those, mate. It's got to move forward again.
Yeah, for sure, mate. All about the future now. Useful tool that you use that could benefit the listeners. For me, I'd say a useful tool is listening to a podcast every now and then. What about you, mate?
Yeah, I'm the same. I love listening to podcasts and just music. But another one is just find something that you really like your hobby at. So for me, I love taking photos because you switch off. So, before COVID, I was just, driving to suburbs and then park a car, put my headphones and just walk around taking photos of buildings and, nature. You sort of, it takes like an hour or two out of your day and then you feel more relaxed, go home, edit the photos. So that's something I like to say. Find something that your hobby with, like a good little hobby, and listen to music and some podcasts. Not like reading books. They're the best thing next thing to do. So, they're my things I love to do. Keep me going.
Yeah, it's really good, mate. It's good to find like things you love to do and like switch off every now and then because you like need to do that sometimes in these like tough times, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So who motivates you the most and why?
That's a very good question. I think I don't really have a specific person, but I think I like to surround myself with good people. So if I see them doing well, that makes me want to do well as well. It could be mum, dad. It could be my good mates. People. For example, like yourself. You're doing very well, and that motivates me to keep going.
Yes, mate.
So that's my thing. I like looking at people and seeing what they're achieving their goals and. They're doing it, I'm like, well, man, I sort of kick myself in the butt, so come on, you can do it as well. So keep going at your goal if someone else is doing it. So, I think, surround yourself with good people. That makes me motivate myself.
That's really good, mate. Would you say, like, you're pretty self-motivated in what you do? Because you need that sometimes, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, some days you sort of aren't motivated, but you sort of got to remember there's a goal at the end of it. If you already went through it, like the first stage, like for example, I went my first year of uni, got through it. I'm like, all right, well, I've got the first year, I can get to the second year, and we're already in October. So, I just sort of think like in that sort of sense way, like little blocks. If you've done this, you can do it again and again and again and again. That's sort of how I keep going at it.
Yeah, that's really
How
good.
How about
yourself? A bit different. I don't know, but like in terms of motivation-wise, you're asking, yeah. I don't know, like obviously my parents, family around me, friends motivate me, but also like famous people motivate me because they show they can like achieve at the highest level. Like just to name a few, like my top three right now would be Allen Iverson, Roger Federer, and Jamie Vardy. I'm sure you know three of them, yeah?
Definitely. I love Allen Iverson. He's a good story too.
yeah, like their different stories and pathways inspires me, and I reckon I'm pretty self-driven at the moment. Like I took up like running 2 months ago on Strava and all that, and my goal next year is to run states, and I'm gonna try and outwork other people to, I don't know, hopefully achieve that goal. So
Yeah, no, for sure, man. That's really good to hear.
cheers, mate. Mufaro, I've asked you a fair few questions, mate. You can ask me one question far away.
All right, got me here. Yeah, like I said, like so obviously with media, what would your dream goal be? A dream job be if it was like run your own AFL podcast or um, start doing VFL commentary or AFL commentary, or what would your dream job be? Or working at AFL club media, what would that one job be if you could pick from one now?
Yeah, I'd say it could be multiple, but the one job would be like in the future, maybe commentary or like working in industry like AFL, being associated there, because that was always my dream when I was younger, as you know. And I
Yeah,
sort of like I wasn't interested in like in media, I don't know, a few years back because I sort of lost a bit of a passion, but then I got it back this year. So, just
yeah.
to get into like media, like you said, and see where that takes me. And I want to keep going with the podcast. Like once a week will do me wonders, I reckon.
Oh yeah, 100% will do. So you're already doing it now. So it's going to get better and better when you think about it. And then you never know, you might own your own studio and get sponsored by the AFL. So yeah, you got to keep going at it, man. You're doing such a good job at the moment for your ISO. So imagine when ISO's finished, what you can achieve.
Yeah, bro, appreciate it. Um, Mufaro, who do you recommend on the podcast? Like, I know you're mates with a few of the North boys. Do you recommend any of them to jump on, maybe, or
Yeah,
any for the
definitely.
story?
Good story. Obviously, Madge would be awesome to get on to. Emma Carney would be awesome to get on. Obviously her being
Yeah,
3% what she's a chief female expert. Um, who else? Get Marley Williams on because obviously now he's going to be going to his next phase of football life. So it'll be awesome to get on top of him. Um, who else would be? Maybe even like get Jack Deeble, see what his thoughts was like in the hub, and Karen would be awesome to talk to. Obviously he's in the up and coming, Curtis Taylor. So yeah, there's a lot of boys that I can definitely talk to and get on.
yeah. It's a bit hard to contact them right now because I don't have their, maybe Mufaro, mate, you
Yeah.
give me a few of their after this.
Also, I'm more than happy to talk to them, say to jump on board. So that's definitely a couple. That's definitely a couple. Just message me and I'll message them. Go and shut it and send it to them.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe after this. Cheers, bro.
Yeah,
So
100%. More
basically,
than happy with that.
yeah. So thanks for tuning into the Jez and Friends podcast. Remember, push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. And Mufaro, mate, thank you so much for your time.
No worries. Thanks so much for having me on, man. Appreciate it.